Alrighty, new segment today, band for band. So how this is going to work is this. We're going to put two countries' dishes head to head. You know, you might think, mate, you guys have done this before. You guys have beaten this horse to death. But guess what? There's a new horse. Now, what we're going to do is
Which will also get beaten to death.
No, of course not. The thing is, right, previously when we've done this is we're comparing Indian cuisine versus Chinese cuisine. It's not a fair fight. You know what I mean? This time, we're comparing specific items. Okay, from different countries. So
Comparable items as well, right?
they have to be comparable. And the first round, we got two heavyweights. We've got Korea versus Japan. All right, so first round, we have Korea versus Japan. We have the category chicken. Okay, so we got karaage chicken versus Korean fried chicken.
Wowee.
To me, there is one very, very clear winner for me, and it is not karaage. It is Korean fried chicken, incredible gangjung, whatever you want to call it. That is honestly a top 3 food for me across every food.
I agree with that because karaage only has one flavor. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but karaage just comes with just a regular style, right? Whereas Korean fried chicken, you can have so many different types. You can have snow cheese, even though I don't like it. You can have anything ranging from cheese to honey soy to
Chili, sweet chili,
soy garlic,
spring onion.
soy garlic, mate. So for me, that alone makes it better. The variety.
Is karaage chicken low-key flavorless? I've never enjoyed thoroughly a karaage chicken.
I don't think it's flavorless. I think it has its own unique flavor. It's just probably not up there.
That's a fair point. I feel like I've only ever had karaage where they give you a sauce to dip it in.
Yeah, it's like a mayonnaise type sauce.
Yeah.
I honestly don't care for mayo sauces.
Agreed.
Karaage chicken is like kind of salted with just salt and pepper, really.
And I feel like maybe I've only had dry ones, but it's never as juicy as a nice Korean fried chicken. So I'm with Manu on this one. This one's an easy one.
Easy winner for me.
All right, so Korea is up 1-0. All right, we're going to move along to vegetables. Okay, so we got two heavyweights now. We got edamame versus kimchi.
Cultural status, kimchi blows everything out the water. But I personally am not a fan of kimchi.
What?
That's crazy.
That's
all
a
right,
hot
here we
take.
go.
If I'm going Korean restaurant, Korean barbecue, whatever, where they
Yeah.
give you all the dishes, the kimchi I'm chucking to the other side of the table,
Really?
man. Or if I go probably Japanese restaurant, edamame, give that to me, man. I'll suck all the beans out of the casing.
The casing.
I don't know what to call it.
The shell.
The shell, potentially?
No, for me, I love kimchi, especially when we go to a Korean barbecue, and especially if it's like free refills. Mate, bring as much kimchi as possible. I can't get edamame. I just don't get it. I don't get the appeal of edamame. You eat one at a time. It's not.
There's this waste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like then you have the shells of the edamame overflowing in the bowl because there's so much of it. What's wrong with kimchi? You don't like it?
Not a fan.
Racist.
I mean, this I feel like I honestly thought Korea was going to take a heavy 2-0 lead here. Edamame, okay, give me some pluses.
No, I can accept I am an outlier in my opinion, but I'll just put my opinion out there.
Okay.
Kimchi as well. You can have like kimchi pancake.
No
variants.
No variants.
Oh, okay.
The vegetable, like the dish itself, the side itself.
Okay.
So edamame traditionally is what? You got edamame, I think it's boiled or steamed.
Yeah.
And they just chuck salt on it.
top.
Job
like
done.
a chili, bit of chili as
and
well.
then you suck it out.
Look, I'll give them that. When they put the chili and salt, like it can be really quite
It's
tasty.
delightful. It's delightful, but I don't know. For me, kimchi's way better.
There's also minus points in that you need to know how to eat an edamame.
Yeah, actually,
No, okay. It's not that hard.
No, it
because
is hard.
I've
It
seen
is
people
hard.
just eat it with the casing or shell, whatever.
Literally, the first time I went to a Japanese restaurant, the friend that I brought along, he'd never had edamame before, and he was just chomping it deluxe. Like,
Is he mentally impaired or something?
no, if you've never
It's not
eaten
that
it,
intuitive. It's not intuitive.
You see these things, and there's stuff inside, and your intuition is to just take it and eat it as per normal.
Because all other beans, you eat the whole thing. It's
thing.
like snow peas, you eat the whole thing.
Yeah,
You don't just eat the pea inside.
Fine.
So number one, there's a learning curve. All right. Number
Barrier
two,
to entry.
Barrier to entry. Heavy barrier to entry. I will say though, there is a barrier to entry. If you don't like fermented the flavor, kimchi is like not going to be to your
Agreed.
like.
It's an acquired taste, I would say.
But I think still clears edamame by a long shot.
Yeah.
No, I can accept that.
All right, Korea 2-0. It's best out of 5, by the way. So
One more to win it.
Japan might be clean swept here. All right. Next up, we have a rice dish. This is a classic of the genre. We've got bibimbap versus your Japanese dons.
Oh.
Now we're talking
This is
competition.
A tough one. Yeah.
When's the last time you ordered a bibimbap?
Literally last Tuesday.
Good for you. What about you, Sen?
Yeah, I wouldn't have. Last time I played Oz Tag, so whenever that was, a couple of months ago, let's say.
Okay, let's go through. What's in a bibimbap? Explain it to me.
It comes in like, traditionally it comes like a stone bowl.
Hot stone pot.
Hot stone. There's rice at the bottom. So like the bottom layer of rice becomes crispy ideally. And they have like fresh vegetables, right? Maybe sliced carrots. I don't know what else comes in it. Other fresh vegetables. And then a meat of choice. And I think maybe a fried egg on
They
top.
chuck an egg on it. Yeah.
A don is like sushi rice, to be fair.
with like soy sauce. It's like a sweet soy sauce kind of drizzled on top.
The your meat, I don't know, chicken teriyaki, chicken katsu, whatever you want. You get an onsen egg on top, and then you get the random accoutrement the Japanese put on.
The seaweeds and stuff like
Seaweeds, the bonito flakes of the world, the
Rafa.
all this and that.
All right. So they're very similar, styles like, rice, meat, veggies, egg. What clears for you?
I think I'm a donburi man because I think the meats, the variety that you can order on top of it, I just like so much better. Teriyaki, tempura, katsu. Those are flavors I like. Bibimbap, can go with or without it. I also don't like the crunchy rice. I don't care for the crunchy rice.
I'm a Don man as well.
You're a Don
man?
man?
I know it's 2-0 to Korea, and I'm not trying to just create
Make it interesting.
I'm being
You're not rigging it for a game 7 like some corporations would.
Give me your Don flavor of choice.
I do like the one at what's the place in Macquarie Centre?
Oh, Dopa.
And they have a nice teriyaki salmon don.
Yeah, it's good for about $35.
Is it actually?
Dope is expensive.
Dopa is expensive, but put the price aside for a second. The other thing is the serving sizes aren't great. But this is not an attack on Dopa. They have a nice teriyaki salmon don, and it's delightful.
I think I go just classic teriyaki chicken don, whole hearty meal, call it a day. It's lovely.
All right. Okay. All right. 2-1. Japan back in it. All right. We move along to your rolls. So, of course, in the Korea corner, we have kimbap versus sushi. Now, what do we do here? Now, obviously, everyone knows sushi, right? Seaweed, bit of rice inside. Add your flavors, your chicken teriyaki, avocados, whatnot.
Call it a day.
Now, how would you describe kimbap?
Kimbap is the same style as sushi where it's a seaweed roll, but there's just so much more different things inside.
Yeah.
There's like typically like carrots and like another vegetable. There's like a meat.
Egg?
Which there's egg as well, but sometimes it's like either spam or like chicken or something.
No, there's too much stuff in a kimbap. Like, respectfully, there's too many ingredients. Like, that's just where I draw the line. You go to your local sushi dealer.
Yeah.
Right? You ask them, can I have a chicken teriyaki roll?
Yeah.
What do you get? You get rice and chicken teriyaki. Or maybe you want to be fancy. You want a salmon and avocado roll. Fantastic. You can get that as well. If you ask for a kimbap, firstly, the rice is not as good. Secondly, it's always cut up. So it's not a roll. It's not really in like a roll format.
It's easy to eat. Bite-sized.
No. And then it's just packed to the rafters. Simplicity. Sometimes it's better for a bit more simplicity.
Too big, you reckon?
There's too much. And the flavors don't. Why is there egg inside?
Delightful.
Are you a kimbap man?
No, I'm a sushi man, but I'm just playing devil's advocate. No, I do like sushi and I like the variety of it, but I don't know.
I've never ordered a kimbap on my own volition. I've eaten them and enjoyed them, to be fair, when they're around, but I never go once in my way. You're like, I would love a kimbap right now.
I've never craved a kimbap.
Sushi, I've craved a million times,
I think that's a
respectfully.
great way of putting it.
You should ask me, when's the last time you had kimbap at a Korean restaurant? The answer is never. I never order it.
I've only had it when John Sung makes it.
There's absolutely no need for that. All right. Just
He
like
did make
that.
it last
He
time.
did make it last time. It was
last time we had a
delightful. Shout out
potluck.
John Sung.
Just like that. It's
2-2.
now 2-2.
Wow.
All right. Final
Just
round.
as we prepared it to be.
Final round. We have the pancake. So we have a seafood pancake from Korea versus okonomiyaki from Japan.
Wow.
Now, what do we do here?
This is an easy one for me. Seafood pancake every day of the week.
Migs?
I might have to agree with that. The seafood pancake Korean restaurant, that is always at the forefront of my mind of what I want to order.
I think I've actually never not ordered a seafood pancake.
Have you ever gone to a Korean restaurant and not ordered fried chicken, seafood pancake?
Honestly, never.
Or
Maybe-
failing that, a kimchi pancake.
kimchi
Some
pancake.
sort of pancake.
Yeah. Okonomiyaki is what? It's like, it's just like noodles.
Yeah. It's just
with
too,
like vegetables kind of and an egg wrapped around it. It's like fried up.
it's a weird consistency. It tasted nice, but I just like that seafood pancake. It's compact. It's all there. You get the little dipping sauce. It's
A
delightful.
lot of spring onions inside of it as well.
Yeah.
Makes it absolutely heavenly.
So are we saying Korea has just edged out Japan in the band for band war?
I think low-key Korean food is better than Japanese food.
To be
Maybe
fair,
a hot take here, but I feel like Japanese food is very like salty and very fatty and like heavy, whereas Korean has more variety. I feel.
nah,
I wouldn't say variety.
As in, how is fried chicken light and fluffy and not salty? That's like the heaviest meal of all time.
Yeah, okay,
Japan, I would say, is the light meal. You just have a bit of, sashimi, if you want a don, you can have a don. That's a little bit
ramen,
heavy.
udon, we didn't even talk about.
Yeah.
There's no band for band comparison, some may say.
This is the thing. Korea wins against Japan, but that's because we're missing heavyweights in Japanese culture, in Japanese cuisine and stuff like that.
Korea don't even have
exactly
comparable, which is a problem.
That's true. That's
But
fair.
game's a game. Korea takes this one out.
Gets one back over Japan.
Next round, we've got another two heavyweights, Thailand versus Vietnam. And the first place we're going to is drinks. We've got Thai milk tea versus Vietnamese iced coffee.
Oh, I think I have to sit this one out. I like both. I can't choose one.
I think
I genuinely can't choose one.
I think as my frontal lobe has developed, I've become more of a Vietnamese iced coffee man. So I think circa 2015, when I was about 18 to about, 2020, Thai milk teas from like Chatime, whatever it was, like every week, ravenous for. Going to Thailand, I get one like 3 times a day. They tell me about the ice, it's dodgy. I don't care as long as it's in a Thai milk tea.
If I offered you a Thai milk tea right now,
if you offered it to me and I could take it, yeah, maybe. But if I had to order a drink from a menu and I see both, I'm leaning towards the iced coffee.
Even like, does the time of day matter? For instance, like 4 p.m. or dinner time. Are you really going to order a Vietnamese iced
that's a
coffee
good
at
point.
6 p.m.?
No, it's not. I'm getting a Coke, no sugar. Thank you very much. That's besides the point.
what about the Far East Alchemy Thai milk tea? That was
that's
delightful.
heavenly. That's absolutely heavenly.
Why? Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, this man does like the Thai milk tea.
No, Thai milk tea is great. The Vietnamese coffee clears. I have to say.
If I have to choose one, I would probably
You
choose
put,
the
like,
Vietnamese coffee, but
Couple of spoons of condensed milk and like fucking 5 shots of coffee in there.
Dude,
Delightful.
It is the condensed
it's a
milk.
condensed milk. That's all it is.
Because I'm not a coffee drinker by trade.
Yeah.
But you chuck a bit of condensed milk in there,
delightful.
whip it up, chuck a bit of coconut cream.
Yeah.
Oh,
Could have 3 a
please.
day.
They're deceptively strong, no?
They are.
Vietnamese iced coffees. They genuinely put like 4 shots or 5 shots in it.
It's
Is it-
really
is it
strong.
really?
Yeah.
Very strong. That's why they have to put
They don't
condensed
put
milk.
water or anything. It's like ice, condensed milk, and coffee.
That's it.
Yeah.
Simple.
The coffee melts the condensed milk and the ice a little, and there's your drink.
But low-key, also, Thai milk teas are such a hit and miss. Like, you've had ones that are too sweet. You've had ones that are too watery. Like, it's actually quite difficult to get a good consistent one. So, Vietnam, 1-0. All right, next up, we have the rolls category. We've got Thai spring rolls versus Vietnamese spring rolls.
What's the difference, Ro?
All right, so Thai spring rolls, you go to your local Thai restaurant, you sit down, they ask you what you want for your entrees. You say, I would like some spring rolls, traditionally dipped in like sweet chili sauce, very crispy exterior. And then you have the Vietnamese spring rolls, which are also deep fried, but they're not like a shell. It's like kind of like a bird's nest.
Yeah,
is
I don't
like
know.
how I
It's a
describe it.
beautiful consistency.
It's like a web.
It's like a web,
Yeah.
right?
Deep fried web.
Yeah, and you dip it in some sort of like fish sauce,
You know
vinegar.
what? We sound like MD Foodie Boys right now.
All right. So Vietnamese spring rolls, usually you get in some sort of vermicelli type salad
Yep.
dish, right? But where are we saying which one clears in this round?
I'm taking the Vietnamese spring rolls.
Yeah.
They're
It's something about the
delightful,
web,
man.
bro. There's something about the web that makes you order it every single time.
It like crumbles in your mouth and like dissolves, and there's usually chicken or pork.
Despite being fried, the web makes it feel a bit lighter.
Yeah.
Whereas a normal spring roll with the whole pastry around it, it makes it feel a bit heavy sometimes.
I think you can smack more of those Vietnamese ones than you can of the Thai ones. And I'm talking spring rolls.
I also think that the web absorbs the sauce.
Yeah.
like much nicer.
Yeah, because the other one's smooth, so it just drips straight off it.
But the thing is with the Thai, to back the Thai spring rolls, like you got some crunch. You got a crunch in a Vietnamese spring roll.
You're not as much.
No,
you have a little. You have a little.
There is some.
It's like a Cadbury flake. Like it's that sort of consistency, it dissipates in the mouth. But I have to agree. Vietnam.
I'm giving it to the
It's
Vietnamese.
Oh,
Let's not be silly here.
all right, Vietnam 2-0 up against these Thai people. Next up, we have. All right, next up, we've got soups. So this is a little bit of unfair comparison, but we've got a tom yum soup versus a pho. Talk to me.
I mean,
I couldn't care less for a tom yum,
Are
bro.
you serious?
I
Really?
couldn't care less.
I have to be in the right mood for a tom yum. Usually when I'm sick and I want something to just clear my airways.
Tom is not yum to me, mate.
Wow.
I know you like a tom yum soup.
I am a massive fiend for a
I think
tom
you're
yum.
the only person I've seen order a tom yum soup.
Dude,
No, my partner loves the tom yum soups as
the
well.
flavors
both of yours.
dance on your tongue because it's just the sweet, the
tangy
spicy,
and, yeah.
the salty, the tangy. It's actually a smorgasm of flavors.
Smorgasm.
But what is it?
Smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord of flavors.
But I'll still take the fur every day of the week.
Now, why do you take a fur? I agree with you, but why?
Oh, it's just so light, man. And then,
I don't think a fur is light.
yes, it
It's
is.
light.
It is.
Compared
Are you
to,
crazy?
compared to like every single other noodle soup, it's light.
Definitely compared to a tom yum, it would be light.
Maybe the flavor profile, no, but the feeling, the weight on your stomach and eating it,
Fresh.
it's like bone. It's essentially bone broth, bro. You can smack that.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm talking about I'm talking about the noodles that come with the fur.
Oh, I mean, the
The noodles
noodles,
themselves aren't that heavy compared to other noodles.
Nothing
I feel as well,
special.
right? They're like the what is it? Flat rice noodles.
Flat rice noodles.
It's not that bad. Get some meat in there.
What's your fur of choice?
I'm a chicken fur man
You're
myself.
a chicken fur.
What? Oh my goodness gracious!
That's
Now, this guy's
crazy.
opinion is invalid straight
That's
away.
mental.
It has to be a rare beef
Rare
fur,
beef.
respectfully.
And then you add like the chili sauce,
The hoisin.
delightful, the hoisin. You don't
Yeah.
add any of that.
Sorry, you're not adding anything to the fur. You're having the chili sauce and the hoisin separately, and then
you dip
dipping
it in-
the
you
rare
dip it in
beef.
there, yeah,
Are you
yeah.
saying you're pouring
No.
sauce in the
The
fur?
Vietnamese pour it in the fur, brother.
I've never seen that.
Really?
I've never seen
yeah,
that.
they do that. Squeeze the lime.
Yeah,
Lime,
they're
mint,
I
bean
didn't realize
sprouts.
Sprouts.
fur was a breakfast item. That's what threw me off when I went to Vietnam.
Is it?
Yeah, it's predominantly a breakfast item.
Here I am.
Start a morning with a beautiful bowl of fur. It's actually quite a great way to start the morning.
You are having it at 7 p.m. at Eastwood, mate.
Yeah, non-stop, 7 p.m. all day
But yeah,
long.
fur wins this hands down.
All right. So the Vietnamese are up 3-0.
Unsurmountable
Yeah,
lead.
insurmountable lead. We then move to the skewers.
Yep.
So we've got satay skewers versus your lemongrass pork skewers from Vietnam.
What I will say, all right, just to back the lemongrass for a tiny bit, I had some lemongrass like skewers the other day. Underrated.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say better, but severely underrated. I don't hear people talking about lemongrass enough.
I'm with you on that one. I think they're delightful.
The flavor, it's juicy. The way it's grilled as well. I haven't had enough in my lifetime. I'll say that much for free.
Would I pick it over to satay?
No way.
Not a chance. But I think we've got to show a bit of respect to the lemongrass.
To the
skewers.
lemongrass. All right. So
The problem with satay is
No, there's
When
no,
you-
there's no problem. I'll stop you right. There's no problem.
no, when you order it, they skimp on everything, man.
What do
You
you
order like
mean?
4 SKUs, cost like $25 and you get like
Yeah.
small portions with a bit of sauce.
I actually have noticed that. Why is satay so expensive? Like the satay skewers.
is it the
I feel
peanut
like I've never
sauce?
seen cheap ones here in Sydney.
No, they're never cheap.
Yeah.
They're probably the most expensive Thai entree that you can
Entree,
find.
yeah. Why?
I couldn't tell
Riddle
you.
me this.
Like chicken,
Someone.
chicken is a cheap meat.
Yeah.
Peanut sauce.
Skimping out on the peanut sauce as well, man.
There's a
That's-
reason why it's called peanuts. It's cheap.
They pay you peanuts.
They pay you peanuts.
because it's cheap. Exactly. Who knows, man? Maybe that's where they make their profit because everyone orders it potentially.
Okay.
So they just, I'm just throwing theories out there.
But satay wins this one. hands
Absolutely
All
wins.
right, 3-1.
down. Final category.
Tie on the board. Last one is we've got salads. So we got your Thai papaya salad.
I'll sit this one out. No interest.
You got your Thai papaya salad versus your Vietnamese vermicelli salad. Migs.
I feel like I'm talking to two people that don't order salad in their
No,
lifetime.
I don't mind a salad.
The vermicelli noodle salad is like my go-to Vietnamese order from
Really?
takeaway. Yeah. If they have banh mi's, they have whatever else furs, I go for the noodle salad because you get so much volume and like the same flavor because you have the same sauce. It's like the same as the dipping sauce where it's like
Yeah.
fish sauce, all that. Just lather it on everything. You got like the pickled carrots, you got coriander, you got bean sprouts, you got all sorts of vegetables, and then they pack on the meat. So you get like roast pork, lemongrass, et cetera, et cetera. It's absolutely delightful.
What's in a papaya salad?
So there's papaya.
Oh,
No, so they shred the papaya. So it's like, it looks like kind of like noodles and they have all the other typical like Thai salad dressings and all that. So it's like typical Thai flavors, but it's also very expensive when you order from a restaurant
Yeah.
compared to like normal salads and other dishes. It's like disgustingly expensive. But when I go, my parents tack on the papaya salad first item
thing
on the
menu?
list. Yeah.
Look, I got to back the papaya salad here for 1 second because I think that Thai dressings are far superior to Vietnamese dressings. Like that fish sauce stuff, I mean, it's fine. Like it does the job. I also do not like the noodles as much in the Vietnamese vermicelli. I don't think I don't like vermicelli noodles
Right.
because the noodles themselves don't soak up the flavor. It just kind of like drips, like the sauce drips off them. and it's kind of a bit strange. So my vote personally goes to the papaya salad.
So Sen,
A little
sitting it
tiebreaker.
out, we're going to need an opinion.
I think I'm with Migs on this one. The vermicelli salad is pretty good. I'm not a massive fan of the papaya salad. It feels like meaning nothing, man. There's no substance there.
Okay,
Yeah, not for me.
that's fair enough. All right. Vietnam takes out this round.
Wow, 4-1.
4-1. Actually, a drubbing, I got to say. All right. Final band for band. We've got China versus the Philippines. Manu, shout out.
All right.
Here we go. So,
I'm representing my whole nation at this point.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be Manu versus me and Sen. And we're
Famous Chinese.
we're Chinese representatives at this point. You know, we are also on Red Note.
Red Note, exactly.
Yeah, Xia Hong Shu. We're all for it.
All our Red Note listeners.
So first round is we've got pork. So we got the Chinese roast pork versus lechon.
Everyone knows where I'm going to sit, so I need opinions from.
No, but be honest. Like, be open and honest about this, right? I go to a Chinese butcher.
Yeah.
I see the roast pork. I see the barbecue pork.
The dog.
And then I see the duck.
Mm.
I honestly am ordering the roast pork. The barbecue pork and the duck.
Yeah.
Very rarely am I touching the roast pork. Very rarely.
Yeah.
Now, lechon, on the other hand, that's not an everyday item.
Yeah.
Pronounced lechon, by the way.
Well, you should have corrected me the first time I said it. But
It's a delicacy.
it's a delicacy. Now, do I prefer it over roast pork from China? Yeah, I think I do.
Because the main difference is obviously roast pork is roasted. The lechon is fried. So that's why maybe it's a bit more flavorful, a bit more.
Like the skin is crispier, I got to say. Like,
Is it fried?
Yes.
Well, I've learned something new today.
well, give me...
Well, let me fact check that actually. I can't misspeak for my people, but I believe it is fried.
I thought they put it on a spit.
That's what I thought as well. I thought it was like a whole pig on a spit, or they
That's
chuck
what
in the
I
ground
thought.
or something.
Yeah.
And then they
Just
do it
over
up.
charcoal or something.
Lechon kuala is a Filipino crispy deep fried pork belly dish.
Where the fuck do you have a deep fry big enough to fit a whole ass?
Lechon means pig. So
No,
just
I
because
understood that
just
part.
because lechon doesn't mean it's that big whole pig on a spit roast.
I swear that's... Because,
Oh.
No. Okay, I'm not going to...
I understand what you're saying now. And I disagree. I thought it was the big pig on the spit.
So here's why I think it's the pig on the stick, Manu. Let me educate you or mansplain to your culture.
when we went to
here we
Ube
go.
Fest,
When we went to Ube Fest, all right, a beautiful Filipino festival
as we do every year.
in the city, one of our favorites, we had the chance to try some lechon,
Yep.
right? Fantastic. There was so much left over. They were selling the pigs whole.
True.
All right, I'm talking about a different dish. Let's talk about lechon. Sorry. That's on me.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Okay.
Now we're talking about the whole pig.
Right.
Yeah.
Redact.
Redact everything we've just said so far.
We're comparing the whole pig where it's roasted on a spit for, I actually don't know how long.
It's a long time.
You can see the head and everything. When I went to the Philippines, you could see the whole pig. It's kind of jarring if you're a kid or something versus this roast pork you get at the Chinese barbecue.
Okay, roast pork at the Chinese barbecue. Here's what you get. You get a crispy skin. It's supposed to be crispy. You get a really fatty layer.
Yep.
And then you've got the actual meat.
Yeah.
Okay, very salty.
Yep.
100% salty.
Yeah.
Now, explain lechon.
Lechon, yeah, it's the pig. When you cut it up, the main difference is, as I said, the skin. Because it's like roasted whole, it's
thin.
It's thinner.
It's thin and crispy.
So it's like, but it's really crispy.
Correct.
I think there's less fat to like chew and eat. I personally like the skin of the lechon better, but I know people like the roast pork better.
No, they're wrong. The skin of the lechon is better. Not only that, the lechon is better because the actual meat is softer and it falls away at the bone. 1-0 Philippines. Sen, agreed?
Yep, agreed.
All right, next round. We've got the rice component. So we've got your combination fried rice from China versus the garlic rice from the Philippines.
All right, the garlic fried rice it's quite basic. So it's not as like a lot of ingredients, whatever, but it's when you get like day old rice, again, you chuck it
Day
all.
old.
That's how you do fried
That's
rice.
normal.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and then from the fridge, right? And I'm saying you leave it out for a day, and then it's just literally oil, a fuck ton of garlic, and the rice. There's no like egg, meat, vegetables, whatever. But this is disgustingly common and like the favorite fried rice in the Philippines.
Okay.
So if you go to a Filipino restaurant, you can get either steamed rice or this garlic rice.
I mean,
And then the garlic rice, the garlic gets cooked first, so it's like toasted and crisp and whatever. There's a really strong garlic flavor. It's like if you put, the fried garlic you can get in a container. So
Yeah.
chunk that all in and have that with the rice.
Sen?
That sounds delightful.
Mm.
But I'm going to choose the combination fried rice every day of the week over that.
Why is that?
I think garlic fried is just one really strong flavor
correct.
that may or may not go with everything you want. You know what I mean? It's like if you love garlic, you probably like it, but if you're like or okay about garlic, sometimes it's a bit too much.
And usually the Chinese one, you get what? Peas, carrots, eggs,
Yep.
prawns maybe,
chicken.
pork,
Getting combination, you get chicken,
you can put
pork.
anything in there. They put salt, pepper, MSG. You're saying that they don't do any of that in the
No,
garlic?
because you
No,
can't.
they put probably salt.
Obviously
Okay.
salt.
And probably a shit ton of MSG, but that's about
okay.
it.
Can you eat? People are not eating garlic fried rice
by themselves. Yeah.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
So you eat it with something else. Whereas a Chinese fried rice, that's a meal on its own.
It's a standalone dish.
Correct.
And I think
Clear.
the flavor of the fried rice is light enough that you can pair it with other things if you like.
Has to be the Chinese fried rice.
All right. China levels it at 1-1. Now we move to the egg category. We have century egg from China versus balut from the Philippines.
Anyone here try
I want to
balut?
jump in first and say they both look disgusting, and I refuse to vote on this one. There's no winner in this.
All right. I've had century egg. You
I
had balut.
tried to get a balut.
Yeah, you got a balut derivative.
I do
Junior.
the balut I had wasn't mature enough that there was bones and like a cracked feet, like a fetus you could chomp into.
All right. Talk to
For me,
about-
there was a fetus, but it was still soft.
So what is a balut then?
So a balut is a mature, I believe, duck egg, and you let it fertilize for long enough that the embryo forms, and then there's a little duck inside that you eat. So, but it's matured enough that there's still the bones have formed a little, and there might be a bit of feathers, and that adds to the flavor and the depth of the.
And there's like a
balut.
head and a beak and all that, right?
You can see vaguely the shape of the duck. So yes, you can see the beak and everything.
All right. Century egg. I'll read it out. You preserve a chicken, duck, or quail eggs in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, and quicklime
Oh,
for
yum.
several weeks to months. Okay?
Months.
Months. So
Months.
So it's not a century old, obviously, but the thing is, it turns black and kind of like translucent, and it's very pungent flavor. So you can't really have it as if you're eating like a boiled egg. You kind of like chop it up into small pieces and then chuck it into your like soups or your stew.
Oh,
Chucked into like fried rice a lot.
you
Yeah,
don't eat
exactly.
it by itself.
No,
Oh, okay. So I looked up photos of the century egg and I just saw black egg. And I thought it was like the balut where you just eat it by itself.
no, and that's why I think century egg clears, because I think balut, for me, I mean, it's not an enjoyable dish, surely.
Because the thing is, you're meant to eat it like they give you vinegar with it. If you like vinegar, you're gonna love a balut because it complements the flavor.
And
But
then
if
when
you
you're just
don't,
crunching on the beak, like,
people love it. It adds to the flavor. And then when you crack it open, there's a little soup on top. I don't know what that is. Duck soup essentially on top. Apparently very flavorful, very delicious. But again, very acquired taste balut, I feel. But then century egg, I don't like either.
have you had century egg?
I've had it mixed in with like rice and
mixed,
stuff.
yeah.
I pick it out because I'm not a big fan.
Can you get it here in Australia?
Century egg?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had it literally.
I had it the
a couple
other
weeks
day.
ago. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's
Did
not,
you like it?
I picked it out as aforementioned.
It's good. It's better than you think. And I can't be putting balut ahead of century egg. I think balut is eaten by like a very, correct me if I'm wrong, a much smaller population in the Philippines, whereas century egg is like a common thing in China.
Yeah. Yeah, fair. No, I think a lot of people eat in the Philippines, but again, it's a delicacy.
Acquired
You're
delicacy.
showing your ignorance, hero.
I'm here to learn, I'm asking. All right, 2-1 China. Next up, we have another heavyweight battle. We've got chicken, all right? So in the China category, we have Kung Pao chicken versus chicken adobo. Now, here we go.
Adobo for me clears a million days of the week.
I'd have to agree with Manu on this one.
Okay, talk to me about what's the flavor profile of adobo.
So chicken adobo is just chicken cooked in like soy sauce, vinegar, and then it depends. Again, it's also a very regional dish. So depending where you are in the Philippines, they cook it slightly different. But the main base is soy sauce, vinegar. Sometimes it's very liquidy where you can add the like soup to your rice and stuff like that, or it's very thick sauce where it really coats the chicken and it's very flavorful. But to me, absolutely delightful.
For the record, I don't like Kung Pao chicken. That's the only reason, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like Chinese chicken dishes. There's not a single one that I'm ravenous for, if that makes sense.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and say Kung Pao chicken is like the best dish that China has to offer,
Yeah.
but it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But compared to adobo, I'm choosing the adobo every day of the week.
To be honest, I haven't eaten at a Philippine restaurant for a long time. I think honestly the last
we should
time,
go.
We actually should, yeah. The last time I had chicken adobo was probably in the Philippines. And I remember just being like, yeah, it's good. It's good. But Kung Pao chicken, it's also good. So now,
Whoa. MD Foodie Boy strike again.
I think Migs, you need to be the decider here and be objective.
Dude, yeah, I think the main is Kung Pao chicken is not anywhere near the best thing China has to offer. And it's not, I don't think it's that good, bro. I think the flavors aren't that good. Adobo is like, to me, it's like a somewhat unique flavor and it's something I could eat so many times a week, to be completely honest. Right? And I wouldn't get sick of it.
Done.
All right, 2-2. Wowee, the Philippines, this is a crazy underdog story right here, right now.
But take it on the big boys.
Philippines taking on China, 2-2. We have the final round. All right, I haven't even told you boys this. We've got a noodle dish. So we have in the China corner, chow mein, and in the Filipino corner, pancit bihon. Did I say that correctly?
You said it correctly. All right. I think I'm fighting a losing battle here because pancit bihon is vermicelli style noodles, right?
No, you've lost me immediately.
But then you cook that off to the side. And then when you cook the noodles, it's like a typical Asian sauce, like soy sauce, fish sauce, all that. And you put in a whole different bunch of vegetables. You chuck in a meat if you want, like pork or chicken. To add flavor, you can add, I think, pork or chicken liver, like tiny pieces.
Oh, yum.
It adds a lot of flavor to the dish. You can pick it out if you like at the end. Put a lot of cabbage in as well. It's an absolutely delightful glass noodle dish.
Chow mein, bro.
Chow mein's egg noodles. Anytime there's an egg noodle dish, I prefer it over almost any other noodle. That's just me personally. Chow mein, I mean, honestly, like, I think I learned about chow mein from like Big Bang Theory. I feel like it's like the classic takeaway dish in America.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Australian chow mein is different to what Big Bang Theory and all of them are saying. Because here you can get it crispy, right? You have the crispy noodles and then they have the sauce, whatever. And then over time, if you want, you can get soft. Or you can remain crispy. I think there it's all just soft.
Yeah, so that's why I prefer.
Like Hokkien noodles, Singapore noodles style noodles.
Yeah. Me personally, I'm a chow mein guy myself.
Yeah, it has to be. I've never tried the other one, so it has to be chow mein for me.
Wow. What an insight.
Well, I think just the vermicelli noodles alone versus crispy, I just prefer crispy foods. Not going to lie.
That's right. Was it 3-2 to China?
3-2
Man,
to
I'm
China.
proud we even got this far, boys.
Yeah.
Took them to 3-2. Wow.
The biggest blowout was Vietnam and Thailand. Actually, everything else is pretty
Close.
head to head.